Thunder, 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 thundering mantis. Up next on Lone Wolf and Cub. Ho! Thundering Mantis is a 1980 HK film production directed by Teddy Yip Wing Cho and stars one of the most recognizable talents in all of martial arts fandom, Bryan Lung, aka Beardy. This actor, known for his mimicry and ability to learn choreography, has starred in several films that many consider some of the most iconic kung fu flicks of all time, with Thundering Mantis being no exception. The movie starts off with Beardy's Ching, the fishmonger, who happens upon a restaurant owner who is being beaten up by a couple of thugs when he decides to intervene. Chi quickly dispatches the two troublemakers who refuse to pay their bill, and then we're off to a fabulous Red Room opener, which showcases the skills of our principal actors. After the intro is done, we are introduced to the Jade Horse Gang and its underboss, played by Ma Chin-koo. The two thugs report back what has happened to them, and what they want to get is revenge. The underboss urges caution and wants to wait to see what their chief says. He also believes that Yan Hai Wei, a well-recognized kung fu instructor, may be Chi's teacher, and sends a message that if the teacher doesn't throw his student out, he'll have trouble on his hands. Meanwhile, back at the fishery, Chi and his shenanigans cross paths with a little thief whom he catches stealing from his store. The kid, played by Wang Yi-lung, is the same kid who also starred with B-lung in Sleeping Fist. Yes, that kid. Oh! After a sob story, Chi lets the little boy go, and it's not long before his grandfather, played by Chen Yut-sang, comes looking for him. Basic premise here is the kid is a scammer who disobeys his grandfather and is always getting himself into trouble. Now, Chi is approached by a classmate on the street that informs him that his teacher wishes to have a word with him, so they hurry back to the gymnasium. When they arrive, they are greeted by the sassy Shu Lin, the daughter of Yan Hai Wei, who is proficient in kung fu. Chi is brought before his master and is expelled for fighting with the Jade Horse Gang, and so he leaves. Chi returns to the fish shop where the kid and grandpa are performing to make some money. When their show is over, the Jade Horse Gang appears, takes their money, and slaps Grandpa around for good measure. And that's when Chi steps in and beats them a second time, much to the chagrin of Grandpa, who does not appreciate the added heat that this incident will put on their butts. The thrashing that the thugs took incenses the gang's underboss even further, which prompts him to take some action. They set up a large order of fish for delivery as a trap for Chi, which leads to a match with the underboss. Initially, the underboss is winning, scoring multiple hits on Chi, until he switches up and uses 3 strokes of the Mantis Fist, which he learned from a previous battle with Grandpa. Anywho, the gang leaves and Chi is left to revel in his victory. Chi goes to Grandpa's home where he is training the kid and asks for further instruction in Mantis boxing. Let's watch his answer.
Oh, bastard! How dare you use my styles?
Mister, let me explain.
I'm gonna kill you!
Chi uses the age-old trope of fighting the master to copy his or her fighting techniques, and it works to some degree. Meanwhile, the boss of the Jade Horse Gang has returned, and he has been brought up to speed about the situation with Chi and his deadly techniques. The gang catches up to Chi in the village, where Boss Tung, played by Eddie Ko, almost kills Chi, but he is interrupted by his former teacher, Yan Hai Wei. Boss Tung agrees to spare Chi's life, provided that everyone stays out of the gang's affairs. It is agreed to, and the gang leaves, while Chi runs away in disgrace. A wounded Chi returns to the home of the kid and Grandpa, where he is nursed back to health and eventually taught the Mantis Fist technique, only properly this time. From here, the movie creates a few connecting dots to lead the Jade Horse gang on a collision course back to Archie, the kid, and Grandpa. Their demise and what happens to them leads to an epic showdown and, quite frankly, one of the coolest final fights ever recorded on film. Fueled by some great choreography, a cool concept using madness as a theme, and the epic Twilight Disco by Eddie Wang as the musical backdrop, make this a fan favorite amongst the Kung Fu faithful. No, there's no groundbreaking or anything new with this movie, but the charm and martial prowess of our three protagonists definitely carries this movie, especially from the kid, who is a little less annoying in this movie as he was in Sleeping Fist. I find Wang Yilung's demonstration of his acrobatic ability to be wondrous and sad that his career didn't blossom the way that it should have. The fight choreography is pretty good, especially in the second half of the movie, with Bryan Lung doing what Bryan Lung does, deliver. Eddie Ko and Ma Ching-ku get the job done as your run-of-the-mill bad guy and henchman. They are mean and ferocious and present themselves well as a threat to the village and to our heroes. Eddie Ko's North Eagle technique is top-notch and is an excellent foil when juxtaposed to Archie's Mantis fist. Historically, the two techniques are diametrically opposed to one another, so it makes sense for this to play out in the film. This film itself is rather simplistic. I mean, this entire ordeal happened because two clowns didn't want to pay their bill. Yikes. I mean, for the cost of a couple of sweet buns, so many people would have survived this ordeal. You know what else bothers me? The introduction of Master Yan Hai Wei and his daughter to this movie, when their story has no arc whatsoever. This is especially weird because Wei's daughter, Lu Xin, is part of the opening Red Room demonstration, which implies that she is a major part of this film, and she is not. The two essentially arrive mid-film to rescue Archie and then disappear. Or perhaps I have a bad copy of the film that cut out a huge portion of the story. Be that as it may, Thundering Mantis is an okay film with a good cast and a spectacular ending. The movie is light on story, but better on choreography, and I would definitely recommend this for a Saturday afternoon watch. Careful watching this with the kiddos and the graphic violence against children that occurs towards the end, but otherwise, a decent watch. The final fight deserves so much more, but 7 kicks is what I'll give this film. Well, that's all for now. Tell us how you feel about Thundering Mantis. Is it one of Beardy's best? Comment below and let us know. And please don't forget to 1-inch punch that like and subscribe button for more great content. Until next time, this is OG Ant the Lone Wolf signing off. Peace and love, y'all. What's up?